Well, it has been a busy 24 hours at the state capitol in Austin, and our Eye on Politics reporter Jack Fink is capping off a special session to remember. He joins us now with the important bills that lawmakers took up in this session, where they stand now that the dust is settled. Jack, so let's start with what ended up passing.
Karen, talk about a sport of a different kind. A lot of bills passed, but certainly the battle over redistricting dominated the second special session. Texas Republicans approved new congressional maps that will likely take 5 Democratic-held seats and turn them into Republican seats. Governor Greg Abbott signed the maps into law, and now Democrats and others are suing the state. A hearing will begin October 1st at federal court in El Paso. And then there is camp safety and flooding preparedness. Camps will no longer be allowed to have cabins in floodplains after the deadly Central Texas flooding we saw. Lawmakers also approved outdoor warning sirens for Kerrville and other areas prone to flash flooding. Governor Abbott will sign the camp safety bill at the Capitol tomorrow. Lawmakers also passed a bill to abolish the STAR test and instead replace it with what's being called 3 shorter tests at the beginning, middle, and end of the year. Supporters say the new test will track student progress, provide fast results to teachers and parents, and limit over-testing. Opponents criticize the legislation by saying it will actually increase student testing and gives the Texas Education Agency too much control over the process. There was a lot of debate on the floor last night.
Our districts now, by chasing one test one day, are absolutely over-testing in the form of multiple benchmarks and multiple check-ins.
So many of our kids have been hurt by the STAR test, and this bill does not eliminate the STAR test. This bill expands the STAR test.
The new test will take effect for the 2027-28 school year. TEA will have to provide lawmakers an update about the new tests in February 2027 during the next regular legislative session. And also on its way to the governor is a bill that will require people to use bathrooms and locker rooms that are the same as their birth gender in schools and government buildings. Supporters say it protects women. Opponents deride it as the bathroom bill.
So, Jack, we've talked about what's passed. What failed in this special session?
Well, one bill that failed was the most talked about at the end of the regular legislative session, and we're talking about the ban on all THC products. You remember the governor vetoed the ban on THC products at the end of the first special session, at the regular session, and he placed the topic on the special session agenda. The Senate passed it for a third time, but it went nowhere in the House, and last night Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick announced despite negotiations they were still far apart, and so no legislation, not even to ban it for people younger than 21, passed. Another bill rejected is property tax relief, specifically a bill to clamp down on cities and counties with more than 75,000 residents from raising property tax revenues. Enough Republicans teamed up with Democrats to oppose it, saying it won't lower property taxes enough and that it should also include smaller counties and cities too. And one other bill that went down would have kept most complaints against law enforcement officers from being made public. Of course, the big question now is, will Governor Abbott call a third special session? No word yet from the governor's office. Some Republicans tell me they want it to take another attempt at reducing property taxes and banning THC for those younger than 21. Other lawmakers I spoke with strongly oppose it. They say they've had enough. Karen?
I guess this is just a wait and see game now.
Yeah.
All right, Jack, thank you very much.